It really is incredible work that you do here, connecting the past, the present, and the future for our fraternity.
Thank you, PJ.
And speaking of connecting the past and present, we have something pretty incredible on the horizon that carries that same spirit forward.
Let's take a look at how this exciting new event will bring history and our mission to life.
In 1775, a revolution began in Lexington. In 1975, a museum was built to preserve its story. In 2026, one man will run 333 miles to honor them both.
My name's Patrick J. Atkinson. I'm an ultra runner. My father is Herbert J. Atkinson, who is a 33rd degree.
I'm James Fields. Everybody calls me Jamie. I've been a Mason for 20 years. Patrick is my brother.
The Revolutionary Run is a journey that will be completed on foot from Wilmington, Delaware at 818 Market Street, all the way to Lexington, Massachusetts at the museum and library.
What goes into planning the route, supporting the crew? It's a tremendous amount of work, but I have the easy job because he has one job, and that is to run 333 miles, and that's enough.
I chose to run to support the museum because it represents a lot of my values and my upbringing and my family heritage.
The thing that inspires me about the museum and library is it's preserving our ancestors' history. But more importantly, in 100 years, it's going to be preserving our history.
We want to tie everyone together. We want to kind of collect people and supporters and bring them along throughout this entire journey. I think that's an inspiring thing about this. When someone steps up and does something big, it inspires people to kind of come out of the woodwork and say, I'd like to be a part of it, but here's how I know how to be a part of it. And not only is all that welcomed, but all that is support and all that is strength. And we're really excited to be able to use all that support and strength to get through 333 miles.
It's not a Scottish Rite thing. It's not a Blue Lodge thing. It's not a Shrine thing. It's not a York Rite thing. It's a Masonic event that we want our brothers and even sisters from the Eastern Star to get involved with. We would like to see people all along the route that we're all connected by that bond.
From Delaware to Lexington, from revolution to preservation, one journey, one brotherhood, one enduring legacy.
How about that for an aspiration? And what an accomplishment it will be. 333 miles to honor our history and raise support for the museum and library. We are honored to have the brothers who are making this happen here with us tonight.
Please welcome from the Valley of Wilmington, brothers Patrick Atkinson and Jamie Fields.
Good. Brethren, I want to thank you both so much for being here. Jamie, obviously Paul Revere and the colonists didn't have Interstate 95 to follow from Wilmington to Boston. They didn't have the traffic jams to deal with either. But there are other considerations along this route. Talk a little about that.
Okay, before I do that, I got to go off script a little bit or I'm going to be in trouble with the missus.
Fair enough.
I have to say hello to my 8 grandchildren whose parents let them stay up late to watch this. So Grandpa loves you. Back to your question.
Very good.
Okay.
I'll allow that.
Okay, so here's what when Patrick approached me, the first question was, when is this going to happen? And talking with him and getting in touch with the museum and library, we determined that it needed to happen during the 50th anniversary. So Patrick's an educator for a high school in Delaware, and the spring break for his school happens to be from April 3rd till April 13th. So We are going to start April 4th, as you know, and we're going to end here at the Masonic Museum and Library on April 11th. So that was the first step. The second step was looking at the route, and you can Google driving directions from Wilmington to Lexington, and it's pretty easy. But when you have to start adding in river crossings and historic sites that we want on this route, then that takes a lot more detail. So we had to look at all that and how long it's going to take and where we need to stop and all the rest areas and medical if we need that type of thing. So it was quite an undertaking to plan the route, but I'm happy to say that we are 99.9% done with just Patrick doing some approvals, and we'll be good to go, ready for this in April.
That's fantastic. And part of your professional career is in planning, and this is not an oil refinery. So you did have a lot to do for this run to get exactly where you needed to go, and we appreciate everything you did for that. I have a question for you, though. Are there any waypoints along this route that you're really looking forward to? I know you have 333 miles, and probably just the end is one of them, I would think. But tell me about the places along the way you're looking forward to.
Well, you could say the whole way are waypoints, right? We start at Grand Opera House, where our Blue Lodge, Jackson Lodge number 19, just completed the 32nd degree with 15 brothers from Jackson Lodge 19. We go from there to our first stop is the Bellefonte Cafe, which is our restaurant. So we're really excited about that. We go from there to the Grand Lodge of Pennsylvania, who I just recently was there in the Egyptian room. We go right through the Cradle of Liberty to Independence Hall, past the Liberty Bell, right to the Grand Opera House of New Jersey. From there, we will be on the exact same trail that Brother George Washington marched troops from Trenton to Princeton to give battle. That's pretty exciting. From there, we go up to Fort Lee. We're excited to see some breathtaking New York City skyline views. And then from there, I'll be looking forward to getting on some much needed trails in the quaint seaside towns of Connecticut and finishing here in Massachusetts.
That is fantastic. So you've trained for and competed in some pretty big ultra marathons, including, I think your most recent was the Badwater 135.
Yeah.
How is this run? How are those runs different than what you're about to do?
Very different in the sense that those runs are competitive runs where the time starts and it doesn't stop till you're done. Where this is family, brotherhood, community, it's bringing everyone together. With staying in certain time parameters, we want to spend as much time as we can out there, drawing all the different valleys out and bringing all the people together.
That's great. So what does it mean to have a brother like Jamie by your side for this interesting and unique opportunity?
With a brother like Jamie on my side, it means that I'm never alone, that anything's possible, and with a fraternity like this, it's a big enough lever to move the world.
And Jamie, what does it mean for you? I know you guys have a special bond, and I could tell it from the very first time I met you. What does it mean for you to be able to partner with Patrick for this?
It's everything. He from the moment he asked me, the answer was yes, 3 seconds in. I live vicariously through him. You can look at me and see I'm no ultra runner for sure, right? So I'm just amazed by him and what he's able to accomplish, and I'm just thankful to be a part of this. So.
Great. What a perfect way to honor our past. My legs are tired just thinking about what lays ahead for you, but I will be there at the beginning to shoo you on your way and hopefully be here at the end to see you arrive here safely at Merritt Road. I understand we have some special presentations tonight, though, that goes along with this.
Please welcome illustrious brother Ricky Swam, our Scottish Rite deputy for the state of Delaware, and illustrious brother Ken Clay, our deputy for the state of New Hampshire.
Ricky, I hear you have something for us.
I certainly do. In order to kick off this run, I have a check here from the Valley of Wilmington for $2,500 for the Revolutionary Run to see it get started, and we have more coming, but that's a good place to start. I
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
it. Thank you, and these two guys to see a dream come true. We're really
Excellent.
looking
You hold
forward
on
to
to that.
having it take place.
Thank you, Lester.
Thank you.
Patrick and Jamie, you fellows have been a part of the museum and library journey for about 1.5 to 2 years now. Most of you probably don't know, but illustrious Brother Swam brought this concept to us a couple of years ago and said, let's try to get somebody into the Boston Marathon and see if we can raise some money for the Scottish Rite Masonic Museum and Library. Well, it's a blessing in disguise. They denied us to run in the Boston Marathon. So we're going to take this thing to greater heights. And thank you guys so much for all that you've committed to for the Scottish Rite Masonic Museum and Library, and as to our fraternity as a whole. My heartfelt thanks goes to you. And there are many ways that you can contribute to this great event. And I'm going to personally, with my wife, start you off with a little bit, so you can contribute, 30 cents a mile, 10 cents a mile. You can contribute $25. You can go on the website, whatever you decide to contribute. I'm going to start you guys off with $3 a mile, and so that's $999. I rounded this off to $1,000 for you guys to get started, along with the contribution that Ricky has given to you here tonight. So thank you guys so much for all that you're doing for our fraternity, for the museum and library. We meet every Monday morning with a small team from the museum and library to support your endeavor, and we're gonna build this journey. Continuing next Monday, right through until April 11th, when you arrive in Lexington, Patrick. And so, thank you guys so much for all that you're doing for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.